उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। Sahanavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviyam Karavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good morning, Boju. I think some of you have seen the topic for today's discussion. Let us simplify life. In YouTube, there is a video, I think about 12 or 15 minutes. The one John Jondai. If you get time, you watch it. John Jondai is from Thailand. Has anybody seen that video? John Jondai? Okay. I think TED Talk, one of the TED Talks. If I remember correctly, actually the topic is life is simple. I think it's life is simple. So you watch it. Last 300 years, not 250 to 300 years otherwise, humanity has invested so much of time, energy, money, intelligence on science and technology. We have done this with the intention of enhancing the quality of life and to have more leisure at our disposal. Chala kanukunnam manam. We have invented so many things. What for we have done all that? Just to have a better experience of life and just to have more leisure. Machines will do things for us so that we can be on a holiday. Right? We don't have to work hard. Machines will do that things for us. So life will become less burdensome. Should have become. But life has become more burdensome. What we have expected, what you have desired for, It has not happened. Have you pondered on it anytime? Have you thought on it? జీవితం ఇంకా భారరహితమయ్యి సింపుల్ అయిపోవాల్సింది ఇంకా కాంప్లికేట్ అయింది. Why? The intention was good, but the things that we have hoped for, they have not happened. Modern man is like an automaton. He conducts himself. We don't have much leisure. We have to run all the time for our daily necessities of life. And Swami Vivekananda says, without leisure, no intellectual and spiritual development is possible. When you have leisure only, you can contemplate on bigger things, philosophical things, metaphysical things. Who has created this universe? Why am I here? Okay, what is the goal of life? What is the purpose of life? These questions will come and you can ask only when you have sufficient time at your disposal. But if you're always busy only for the basic necessities of life, 16 hours a day you have to work, where is the time for the cultivation of the intellect? To sharpen the intellect, to think, to reflect, to ponder, to meditate? No, right? No intellectual and no spiritual development would be possible in a society where people are busy 16 hours a day just to make a living. 16 గంటలు మనం కేవలం కనీస అవసరాలు సంపాదించుకోవడానికే కష్టపడాల్సి వస్తే ఇంటలెక్చువల్ అండ్ స్పిరిచువల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అనేటువంటిది ఆ సమాజంలో సాధ్యపడవు. బట్ వీ హ్యావ్ డెవలప్డ్ ఆల్ ది సైన్స్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ విత్ ద ప్రైమరీ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఆఫ్ helping us with more leisure time. But that has not happened because of first reason, urbanization. We all have congregated in a small space. We're living in a small space. Okay? Because of that urbanization, the cost of living has gone up. Because cost of living has gone up, you need more money to survive in an urban space. And you have to purchase everything. For example, you are living in a village. Vegetables you can grow in your backyard. You may keep 1 or 2 cows, buffaloes. You'll have milk. Water you don't have to purchase. Many other things also you can just grow. So, but here, once you come to a city, everything you have to purchase. Everything is dependent on currency note. You have to worship money god by default. No other god you can worship. Only money god you will worship. You have to. Because without money, there is no survival here. So more money is required to survive in urban sphere, urban space. That's why we have to be on the run all the time. The second thing is why life has become so complicated. We are not taught spiritual values as part of the curriculums, school or college. When you develop a society without values, there will be corruption and greed. There will be this bhrashtachar and lalach. Because of corruption also, life has become very burdensome, particularly in countries like India. There is one group of people which is very aggressive, which is very greedy. They keep accumulating more than what they need, what they require. And then they make life complicated and more burdensome for others. Why that has happened? Because you are not taught values to them. If you create a society where actually people are not value oriented, life becomes burdensome for most of the population. Why actually you have not taught values? Why values are important? Values would have become important for people. Dharma would have become their passion and truthfulness had you taught them the goal of life, purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? All our scriptures, all our sages have said in one voice that is to know the truth, to know God. To know the truth, you need values. Dharma is the means, dharma is the path. Why should I walk on the path of dharma? If somebody asks, today in civil services also the ethics paper is there. Okay? Why ethics are important? Why ethics are needed for a human being? We are living in a society. Because we are living together, we are living in a society. If there are no values, means the people are exploiting each other. Right? So in an exploitive society, life naturally becomes burdensome. That's why values are important. More than that, values will become important for you, supremely important for you, if your goal is that, to know the truth. Because dharma is the means to reach the truth. ధర్మంని మనం ఎప్పుడు పట్టుకుంటామంటే భగవంతుని చేరుకోవడం అనేటువంటి లక్ష్యం అనుకున్నప్పుడు. And God becomes your goal, truth becomes your goal, dharma becomes supremely important for you. You'll be very passionate about holding on to values, spiritual values. Okay? We could have created a society with values where people would have given highest importance to values. Then the fourth thing is this peer pressure. Today we don't live for ourselves, we live for the sake of society. Always we try to compare ourselves with our neighbor. Okay? We want to be a little better than our neighbor. That is our idea of success. Otherwise, there are so many people who are worse than us. We can lead a contented life. మనకన్నా లేనటువంటి వాళ్ళు ఈ దేశంలో మిలియన్స్ ఉన్నారు. సో వాళ్ళకన్నా నాకు ఎక్కువ ఉందనుకుంటే మనకు సంతృప్తి వస్తుంది. దెన్ వీ కెన్ లీడ్ పీస్ఫుల్ లైఫ్. బట్ వీ నెవర్ డూ దాట్. We always try to compare ourselves with somebody who is better than us. Better than means in terms of material prosperity, not in terms of values. In terms of values, you may be richer. You may have more kindness, more compassion, more truthfulness. You may be more honest than your neighbor who has more wealth. But wealth has become so important. People are measuring the success of an individual only with wealth as the yardstick. If you're rich, how you have made money, nobody is asking you. By hook or by crook, you make money and prove yourself. If you're a rich man, you're a great man. That has become the norm, unfortunately. Earlier days, it was not like that. Somebody who has got values, that man is to be respected a lot. But today, a man with values is not as much respected as a man with wealth. And that also, whether it is ill-gotten or it is hard-earned, no, that they are not looking at it. How do you earn it? Secondary. Okay? If you have money, if you have wealth, you are a great man. So these are all okay, wrong generalizations that we have subscribed to, unfortunately. And that's the reason life has become more burdensome and more complicated. Not because of technology as such. Technology actually is a good means. It could have given us a lot of leisure, and that could have helped us to become philosophers. We all could have become like Socrates, Aristotle, Plato, Buddha. But we missed the opportunity because of these reasons. Did you get the point? అర్థమైంది చెప్పింది. థ్యాంక్ యూ. నైస్ మార్నింగ్.